and that's why they're locking him down, Solo sumptioning into him. And Solo's on the run, the back, and the instead Juggernaut starts his TP. Have they got the damage? Yes, they do. 2 heroes will fall for Virtus Pro. And Team Liquid, they couldn't pressure enough on the top lane, but maybe they could do it on the bottom lane now.
It's a close game. We can't expect. I'm surprised no towers have fallen yet, but both of these lanes are just all stagnant. No one is really making moves into side lanes. You can see Visage coming down bottom, but it's because he finally has that tempo timing. HOD, Birds up, rotated Miracle as well, who suddenly... How? Miracle's really farmed.
Yeah, he's got 5k. He's already got the Treads Aquila. He's
Did I miss something? Like, how is Miracle caught up?
It was the stacks. They had a couple of Ancients prepared for him. Now they move forward looking for more kills. He's only got 2-2-2, so you know it's not the kill. Sunstrike up on top. Revenge is granted. Mind Control going down every time Raw comes off cooldown. They just burned it out, this time with Medallion buff off the Beastmaster. Ramses rotates in, looking out to GH. He's got Song of the Siren while the spin is up. He doesn't want to go underneath that tower. Trying to get it off, but he just can't do it. The Cold Snap cancelling, and I'm wondering if he wasn't going to get it off anyway, so just accepted his fate.
I think it's good to save it there. You don't want to blow such a long cooldown, nearly 3 minutes of time you'd be playing without Song. Now if this mid tower is available, that's Liquid's next play. You want to have all your skills available. Jakiro only level 6, so the combo isn't quite there, but they've been real good about landing the Matumba Man bird stuns as the Song fades, and you have so much lockdown. You get that full charged up TA trap, so it'll actually do damage as well. He's going to have Deso and 300 gold on TA.
Yeah. It's been a good time for Miracle. Even with that Bane making his life a living hell in mid lane, it's a turnaround for him. And then Matumba and Mind Control, they're just trying to control the bottom lane. And this is creating a lot more space on top. There's familiar drop downs again on the Juggernaut. He can spin and get away from this. There's no threat here really for Ramses, but the continuous pressure from Liquid, I'm wondering if this is the smoke and mirrors. What is Liquid achieving elsewhere on the map? This is going on. Is it the TA farm? Is it Jakiro? Is it something else?
I mean, the Deso on TA is going to be picked up real soon. Yeah, Kuro's just sitting up top. Max,
gang PT is already here. Look how fast they send in that Nagastar. You get the Iron Shalana back. They kill off the main on this side. They'll just mirror image. Dodges most of it. The spin, however, GH can't get out of the trees. So Ramsey spin TP will get himself a kill. Roger was there to help out. He's got Burrow Strike in 2 seconds time. Dick Chargers cannot give enough life to survive that long.
Yep, in the meantime, up top, you had Beastmaster land a Roar, immediate Sunstrike follow-up from No One's Invoker. He lands that kill, but you gotta keep in mind, VP, they need their 3rd or 4th items before their cores have any real survivability. You're gonna need a Manta +1 on Ramses, and No One, yeah, he's gonna have Midas, he'll have Ags, but he's got 5 armor still. TA Deso Melt Strike, that he's gonna get 3-shot. Add in any other spells, a little bit of lockdown, you know, like the Visage Birds alone, once that Medallion comes up.
With the support of Liquid, obviously Matumba having that dominated nice and early, can they just slip into Roshan now? Song of the Siren is up. Can they take this, or do they need the tier 1 tower mid gone before they can achieve it?
I think you can take the mid tower for free. I don't see VP being able to win a fight, especially against Song, so I don't mind that move. Up top, if you look, they know Pasha's in Viz. They just scanned him out, so yeah, he's going to back away wisely.
Waiting for the 15-minute bounty runes. Darkseer has come down. He has hunting his own dire observer wards. They got the information. Pasha just stands on the rune and actually claims it too.
But man, Liquid's timing is going to be so strong. You got Medallion HOD on Visage, the Song combo, Darkseer's going Crimson Guard right away, and the TA has Deso, so...
Solo put down the ward, then Akura saw that. The gang and snare up, and Solo brain snap just sustained the fight. Remember, he still got that nightmare trying to, and by a little bit of time, difficult and, well, not impossible, but futile.
In a really good place on Liquid right now, and Ramsey's going for the Yasha straight into Manta build, so he's not really going to scale that well either. Game's still even, 14-10, gold disparity. It's still in favor of VP versus slightly, but I don't know if they're going to be able to take a fight anytime soon.
It's that combination you were talking about. It's the negative armor, and Virtus Pro even net worth is up because they need to have the extra cash in order to deal with it. It's almost like an alchemist right now. You know you need to be ahead. Ramsey is the man on the run. GH has the ensnare available. Doesn't want to just throw it just yet. Ramsey starts spin. Knows he's locked in position, then begins his TP out. He's going all the way back to base. And Team Liquid, even if they don't have the creep wave, they don't care. It's a little bit further away, but they're just going to take out the tier 1 tower on the top. No backdoor regeneration for these towers.
You can see what VP wants to do. No one down bottom. He's split pushing, but as this game progresses into the mid game, look at the Liquid heroes. You have 4 heroes that can shove creep waves without needing their hero to be anywhere near. Naga Illusions, TA Traps, Visage Birds, Darkseer Ion Shells, and then Jakiro is arguably the best 5 position in the world at just shoving lanes. So how are you actually going to be able to apply that typical VP pressure to open up the map when Liquid can just eat creep waves even faster than you?
Yep. And then how are you meant to contest Roshan? Like if all these side lanes being pushed in, how does VP get what they really want to have, which is going to be the fights? And now, Fiend Script, well, is out. Tomlin's got his burst with him. Raw, Sunstrike, the damage is enough to kill Visage. In return, no! The double drop! Kuro is here with the Ice Path to ensure there isn't just an easy escape. The bird's coming back up again. They have bonus damage as Tomlin starts to heal. He's already with his Urban Miracle who's jumped forward, chasing after Harsha. And who really had that extra armor, but Dahlia was meant to give Harsha the advantage. But Miracle claimed his life as well as his units.
Right, Wolf Creep. 30% more damage to an incredibly high physical damage lineup already. Now you just walk into Roche. You already have this ward of the Ancients that's going to protect you.
You got Blink on TA?
Yeah.
She's got the money for it 17 minutes in.
Yep, and it doesn't, no one's net worth is not relevant. As soon as he gets targeted, he's going to go down. He'll be able to output damage. He has that axe, so he can spam spells, but how does he stay alive to get them off when he's pressured and he's going to be immediately forced to run away if any of the Liquid core is getting his area? You can deal with Darkseer, but Visage lands a Q on you, like you're just dead or you're going Invis.
And this game, no one, he hasn't played Invoker in a while, and maybe you won't want to play it for a while after this. But either way, Ensnare, they managed to catch out Roger, but Roger very smart. Song of the Siren, smarter from GH. Okay, just locked in and brought down this the double damage, fresh double damage rune on the Templar Assassin. He said high damage. That's 107 plus 247. Yep, the Sunstrike's going to be on the money. So Darkseer will fall, but the damage is being inflicted to the mid lane.
The VP doing a great job thus far with the limitations of their draft. They have to find these kills. They can't take fights, and that's the second or third time you've seen this. Just roar off the Shadow Blade right into a Sunstrike. It's something VP does very well. Part of the reason they're in this final. They understand their win conditions. Beastmaster's not going these massive team fight items because that's not their strength. He has to play fast off the map.
They actually saw his refraction come down. Now they're into the Omni Slash, combining with the Brains. That Miracle just wants to keep running away from this GH. Able to buy a little bit of space, but in comes your Invoker. Deafening Blast timing, a little bit off. They have nothing to buy time for Ramsey, but Invoker goes down. Ramsey will join him. Miracle just had the damage reach. You thought it was a trap for VP to spring. They had the ults in the Sentry. They had the information. Now all they could do is they burn the Aegis Immortal, hitting the Ice Path, and then Sideblade attack. Miracle doesn't even come into range of the tier 3 tower to find the kill.
Yeah, beautiful play from Liquid.
What do you want to do, Pasha? Did they see him for half a second? I think they knew Pasha came in behind him. They dropped the Sentry. They've dropped the secondary Sentry. The Ice Path will connect. Beastmaster Shadowblade's wearing off. They've got the dust as well. Spidey senses are tingling, and Team Liquid put 4 in the grave of Virtus Pro in the span of 30 seconds.
This is such a great draft from Liquid.
Oh, Heavy looking for a bit of a rebuttal. Refraction charges, fine time for Miracle. Now Ensnare. Roger really trying to force the issue. Nightmare flying a little bit more time with the Ice Path. And combination is great from Liquid. That was optimistic to say the least from Roger.
It's just there's so much minus armor that this draft can output. You got -5 from the Naga, -14 from a Meld Strike of the TA, sorry, 15. Visage has the -10 of a Solar Crest. Like, how do you actually survive? As soon as you're isolated by a net, you're just going down, and that's an incredibly long disable. 4 seconds, soon to be 5. You don't have any method of surviving. You don't really win a team fight. You can see this great trap. Yeah, they see the TA, they have a great set here, but he has Aegis, so he doesn't care that he gets gripped. Sunstrike, ult. So many ults used, you don't even finish off the Aegis. Now all of a sudden, you reconvene. There's the Jug versus Naga factor. You're going to get net through spin the entire game. Now it's down, you get chased. Yeah, there's a defensive sleep, but does that really mean anything when there's so many methods of breaking it and no real combo break or counter initiation from this VP side? There's no Conquer, there's no
it was there if the Deafening Blast was able to clip him, but the Tornado dropped him like a fraction of a second after Blast passed underneath the feet. So they didn't have that pushback, which they really required just to pop the Aegis and buy more time at the start of the fight. Probably the reason why PTGL's production team focused on no one during that fight. It's like, guys, problems.
And look, no one has Blink now. Bot's up soon, but again, these items increase his ability to farm and play around the map. He still can't survive. He won't be able to take fights. The moment he's targeted, he's going to go down. So if you're Liquid, you just need to find this Invoker.
It's space creation is what the VP game is right now. No one able to get the kill on Kuro. Pasha using that Shadow Blade. Even if he dies, it's okay, because he created more space. And he's wasting time. Mind Control and GH are chasing him. He's got Miracle also on the way up. So Pasha will die, but a Blink Dagger has been farmed up by Roger on the bottom lane, and he's pushing that out in the meantime.
You're doing as well as you can under the circumstances of your VP. It's going to be all in on this one team fight. You have the ability to find a pick. Oh, wow, nice blink from no one there. If he caught a bird hit, he might have been in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, the Grave Shield gave him a little bit of an indication that fights were coming.
Yep. No one is playing super efficient, always shoving mid. This is the second minute in a row he's farmed while stacking Ancients. Pasha continuously finding kills, but again, I'm just concerned they don't necessarily have the matchups to win this game as it continues unless they can somehow find their way into the late game. This next Aegis from Liquid is going to be very scary for them. Jug needs this Maelstrom, and then you're looking at someone needs an AC. Jug probably needs a Scott at some point. It's just there's so many items that it feels like they need before they can successfully take a real engagement. We haven't even seen a Thong combo yet.
No. And maybe it feels like we're at the zone where Team Liquid are in control when out the top 3 networks. Currently there are just 2 at the moment for Virtus Pro who are sitting in there. But the Invoker is not by any stretch of the imagination, because that network that we're talking about. But that's why they try and get him around the map. No one's on bottom lane, pushing into tier 2 tower. DPP support is coming back by mind control. So he'll hold the tower back, and this does effectively stop any kind of team fight that Liquid can achieve in a main lane. And the Hawk seeing everything for Virtus Pro. He's kept that Hawk alive for a very long time, just stalking the Liquid lineup. So VP making really good decisions. They pulled their head together, and that's why Smoke Up from Team Liquid. It does, okay, Beastmaster got caught nabbing on the sidelines. He nightmares a Templar Assassin, or certain that was the target he was looking for. But he'll take it. It was Roger who was the one to break the smoke and then bailed out.
And all they need is these couple of pickoffs.
EMP Tornado gonna kick him. Miracle blinks forward. The Song of the Siren catching the back lines. Virtus Pro, they need some extra help. The Ice Pass and the Macro Fire. The Nightmare. It's all time for no one to go in this. But the back into the wall. The Macro Fire. He'll do the work. It's still heavy damage with the Epicenter returning a little bit more into Virtus Pro. Not to mention the fact that Juggernaut is still up and kicking. Both versions of it. The Dark Tier 1 and the other. But now Ramsey's hitting into Miracle. This is huge kills now for Virtus Pro. Mind Control has to surge himself away to safety. That was not the fight the Liquid looking for, and it's not the end of it either. Mind Control, the runaway Ramsey's. Oh, he desperately wants it, but Pasha buys back, and he'll claim it with range axes. Well played indeed. Team Liquid, they lose 5, going high ground. And all they got was 400 damage to a tier 3 tower and a kill and an Invoker and a Bane.
Man, people really want to kill these VP heroes. We saw LGD in the previous series lose a couple of games because they dug too deep. You can see, I love the play from GH, but you can see Curl backpedaled for a couple of seconds. He's not quite ready for this Song Blink in. He's 4 or 5 seconds behind. Tanks the MP anyway. If he's able to set up to get a multi-man Ice Path, this is a completely different fight. But now you harden him in on the Invoker. Again, the sleep save to buy a little bit of time. The Roar on top of the PTA BKB. Great epicenter from Roger. And now all of a sudden, look where Liquid's heroes are. They don't have, like, it's all about their team fight. When Visage and Jakiro both die at the start of the fight, the Balto's dead too. You lose a significant portion of your damage. There's no lockdown.
Yeah, it's A-OK from Ramses. May have even done that when he's in the middle of the Omni Slash, and the Omni Slash was focused primarily on Matumba and Kuro. It never really bounced out anywhere else, so we got the exact targets he wanted. And this is that scary thing you were talking about. VP now going to have money. What are they putting it into? What are the items we're looking at? Blink Dagger for Pasha? But what are the other dangerous items against Liquid?
I mean, this BKB on no one's going to be huge as well, because they don't have... It's so hard to lock an Invoker down once he has BKB. Yes, he'll still be incredibly susceptible to that physical damage output of the TA, but you can play faster. You can just be evasive. TA has a very hard time sticking onto targets, especially as the game goes later. You can see in his quick fire right now, he's got a sight device.
Yep. If he can knock down targets that way, but then you just got a force stop followed by Roger. He cancels his epicenter, realizing he was doing it underneath an observe ward. Force stop up the hill, so the Raw controls GH into the Omni Slash, and GH will fall. 46 seconds down, and now Roger! The 3-minute burrow strike! He came under the pavilion, however, and they had the back wall combination. The Ice Path can't hold anybody. But Roger, damn, that looked good. Unfortunately, it was his death that was the only result from it.
Dude, another thing I forgot to mention, I've not played Darkseer in years, but when you get the wall illusions now of the Beastmaster, especially if this game gets later, most end up taking the inner beast attack speed. That's all the way at level 25, but still, you get Beastmaster aura. If anyone buys Vlad's or AC on P, you're going to steal that as well. And the Jug illusion is very powerful. That's not a negligible hero. And the recent changes to wall mean that those illusions are now doing max damage when your wall's maxed out, which is going to be in about 200 XP for Darkseer. Sorry, 100% damage.
It's even more enabling too, because Team Liquid, they're bouncing in both the TA as well as Nagatana into this melee kind of range. So if one hero is isolated, the burn is just so hard that you can't stay alive. Like the SK, yeah, you got forced up, you used everything, and it would have been a very different fight if Roger didn't get caught out. Like if he got in with the epicenter, that 3-man burrow strike into Epi would have been fantastic with the forced up disengaged, but he did the best he could with what he had left.
Now, I like what VP's done with their vision. They have total control over the bottom half of the dire jungle. Just really to get vision, they need to continue playing and mirroring the map. You don't want to just walk into Liquid, because at any point, a song combo, the TA initiating on somebody caught unawares, like, your heroes are still very squishy. You need to keep playing the same way. Push the map, play for the late game. I love Ramsey's choice of items here, the Manta into Maelstrom. Looking for a BKB next.
Yeah, they'll have both of those BKBs up soon. They've already got the one on the Invoker. You're going to get a little bit of it's more dodge control. Bane going to go for the Ghost Step so he can Nightmare off the other targets. Thinking about Roshan, it is up. Team Liquid passing in front of it, not to kill it. They're coming under the cover of smoke as a quick pause from Ramses. Needs to readjust those knees. Or so potentially
this
down.
This is fine. This is a great moment for there to be a pause. Smoked up from Liquid right now. They just saw their ward get countered, but it was done very efficiently from Pasha. Using the minions, standing just to the left. This is a difficult fight for Liquid. You're going to be walking right into a potential choke point.
And into Vision, you know, is probably already there. And the Hawk, it's going to look at Roshan, so Liquid, they smoke up looking for a fight. Now they're going for Roshan, but it's all visible. And Urani is going down pretty fast, but here comes Ritz first pro, GH. He's got that blink, Song of the Siren ready to go. Epicenter from Roger. He's blinking in. 4-star goes to the burst, but Liquid have already left home. They catch up Pasha inside the river. They saw it coming from a mile away, and they'll get soloed. Liquid with a double up. Now they can finish off Roshan. Unless no one wants to do something a little bit scary, Ice Path will connect. The TA trap floated down. He had no real way to escape from this, and now he'll burn his 10-second BKB, but they had the detection available, so instead holds him in position. Now the fresh BKB burned, invoking dead for 70 seconds, and Team Liquid are about to pick up Eagles as well as Cheese.
That was incredible. Miracle side-bladed down.
Not again. He's not going to mess with them. Back outside of it. The Dire do kill Roshan. Aegis goes to Miracle. And they're out.
He side-bladed down the bird. They had no vision. Thus, Roger just blinks in blindly to the pit, but they've already moved away. And a big advantage of that is that they have control of the Roche pit, and they still have the superior team fight. Beastmaster walks in, but how do you actually initiate his VP with no vision in this sort of game? You don't have any real reach, and you still don't win team fights against Liquid.
That's when you're going to feel it out. That's what Roger tried to do. Team Liquid felt it coming, and then push down the mid lane. There is no one here from VP that can defend. They must let this Vidrax fall, and they must make sure they don't get caught out. Ramses is pretty damn close. And Song of the Siren is still up from GH, so Liquid have nothing to lose by pushing here. I don't think there's any way VP can find a kill on it. The BKB is down for the Invoker, not to mention him being dead anyway. So, yeah.
It's a good decision, though. You get the racks, take Shrine, take the 4 Bounty Runes that just spawned, finish your Hex on the TA, go high ground with Aegis. You still have another 4 minutes with this and Cheese. You're not feeling any pressure if you're Liquid. You know you still have the stronger lineup for at least the next 5-10 minutes in this game. If you're VP, you need an immediate pickoff, and then I want to say fights, but I don't even know if that really favors them. They need a kill or two right off the bat, and I just don't know how you're going to get that if Liquid doesn't 5-man dive into your base again.
That's why Pasha's out just roaming, trying to find this side pickoff. Like, he's only got Medallion with the Shadow Blade, so it's not a lot of damage to work with. You'll need the Invoker being physically there and not just the Sunstrike.
Yep.
Team Liquid, they're just establishing vision control. They got the Gematrucite and the Darkseer, who really should not die, Pipe as well as Crimson. So
and Kuro took VPs off that last team fight, so there's no real vision control now for the side of VP. You have no real vision whatsoever on your side of the map, and you can't comfortably place any because Jakiro can just check high grounds with Ice Path, no big deal. You need a kill to start a fight, you need a pickoff, but how do you find that with no control and no vision? Space
created on bottom lane. The Invoker push in with the Forest Spirits and double catapult. They at least bring that tower down low, and this will waste a little bit of time with the Aegis the Immortal. They're not even planning on using the cheese. Matumba's got TP in inventory and the cheese back. So they know they can wait a little bit more time. No one will have that space on the top to farm up the Shiva's Guard. He's got a double creep wave to farm.
I love the little things. Miracle just placing a quick trap on the high ground because the Jakiro was pushing the lane, so they that D-Ward. Not something you'll see every core player do. They're going to miss this one. There's actually, like, I think posted on Reddit about a really unique spot that Solo found. One of the best warders in Dota, but as Nahaz brought up during the panel, Kuro seemed to have the number and still continues to do so as this game progresses.
Yep. I'm wondering if, well, they will obviously care about that. Well, it's almost a full duration one. And the only way to de-ward that is putting a sentry right on top.
Yep. Or a trap with a gem.
Or trap gem. That'll work.
Yep.
Flying vision. Yeah.
I still like what they're doing. You know, VP just continuing to try and buy time, but Liquid again, we said 4 minutes. Now there's 2 minutes left on this Aegis. It's go time. They've bought almost everything they possibly can. If you look at the current gold, just finished the BKB.
No one
finished the Hex. Yep. He can survive better, but I still think he goes to negative because all the last summer from the Liquid lineup.
Pasha was still giving something back at the TP back. Regenerating up inside the fountain, not already in a pre-prepared position. That's what the Minnesotans are looking for as they go over the trees. Now Roger will have to do this from deep inside the base. With the 4-star, he does have extra range, but the Familiars are doing the work at the moment. Ramsey wants to attack him, but he also does not want to get chain stunned. When Miracle is just itching to jump in, and there we go. The MP Tornado, the Flame Force, Miracle will go for it for the bar. The BKB protecting him as he wants to stand his ground. Save for Ramsey. No one was just able to escape. The Song of the Siren is out. That's why the only touch is still going to work. It only killed off one Familiar. Now the BKB of Ramsey. He does get back up, but the epicenter Roger, the back kept him away. Mind control with the great control. GH can load speed, load his bomb does. Protected for the moment. That's why the Cold Step returns. Roger. He'll go down. CA will finally get that jump in to find real kills with the Soul Assumption, getting through into Ramses. 5x not available for either of these players. No one must BKB. Moving away from Miracle, moving away from the Ice Path control. The Rax is barely surviving.
Just 20 more seconds.
Watch that time, and then maybe you get a little bit too overconfident. GH jumps in, Blink goes in for the rooting over on Solo. A little bit deeper, thanks to the 4-star. Meteor Hammer, also looking to hit its target, but the cost snap counts that. Phoenix from Solo, he wants revenge. Miracle, the aggressive jump forward, not to mention the Ice Path, cancelling that ability. The Deathwing Blast of Meteorite at least remove the defensive refraction charges of the TA. But the Rax, the melee is already gone. The range is the only thing left standing on the bottom lane. Pasha is trying to help out. That Aegis the Immortal has expired, and with it, Team Liquid's push will probably do the same thing. Everybody retreat. Nothing of real value was lost here for Team Liquid.
And these teams are both they're so good. They make you work for everything. The BKB timings from Miracle and no one in that fight were a frame or two before the stuns that would have disabled them landed. Like, it's so crisp. Even though Liquid is still in command, it's still one mistake. Like, they make one more misplay, take a bad fight, even 2 racks ahead, and it just feels like VP could storm right back into this game.
VP are coming out, looking for a fight. As far as dive vision go, there is an observe ward plant smack bang in the middle of the lane. So, Ludor know that this movement is coming. Courage put the defensive Ice Path down on top, just in case. VP's just trying to get any money they can. They only got 1 out of those 4 35-minute bounty runes. Epicenter going in with a jump forward. Sunstrike on the Kuro. Song of the Siren. Everything just stops. Kuro turns around for the Ice Path, and they just hit with Meteor Hammer. Song And then Roger goes after buying time. Burrow strikes up. The familiar chain stun from Matumba. Right on the money.
Okay, like, it's just, even the item choice, GH, I haven't talked about it. BH just went Blink Meteor Hammer. Partly because he has his teammates to pick up all those team fight sustain items that traditionally the Naga support would want. You know, the pipes, maybe the Crimson, the mech, etc. That is necessary.
It was mind control, right? Like, he had such a great start in bottom lane. Like, the guy even had a Lotus Orb affecting in that last fight.
Yeah, he has Crimson Pipe Lotus.
Rolls out. Nightmare at least keeping a little bit of Liquid occupied as Darkseer falls instantly. It's the Naga Siren that slept up. The Omni Sign, but Thomas Burns looked up a lot. Solo finally gets the Beast Grip off. And here's the double kill that no one was just begging for. Huge amount of death. Liquid just has to get the hell out of here. The Nightmare won't allow this for GH. Kuro doing his own TP out. GH will die on the steps of the Palaces. Maybe yet one more attack will do it from Pasha. Kuro was able to complete his TP away, but you mentioned it, one bad fight, and even 2 racks down, he can come back into this.
Yeah, Sunlet's 2K lead. And Mind Control bought back there as well. Where was TA?
Watch the replay, check it out. That would be the best way. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, so you can see TA just picked up a Daedalus and is now running back to his team. They're not able to fight. Ramses with the immediate BKB. This is the double BKB combo of the VP course. There's not much you can do to them if Naga's out of the gate.
The boar and the troll trapper was sitting inside the river, so even if Miracle wanted to blink himself over, he got caught when his refraction was down.
And Song was down. He used it on Roger previously. It's still down, actually. Like, that's what's so key. I feel like that's part of the reason VP's even in that area. They know with no Song, they have the freedom to do so. Otherwise, a BKB core gets netted, and then the Song isolates the rest of the team. But there, you just commit hard. And even though Visage, items, but very squishy still. BKB, Ag, Solar, but there's no AC out. There's no Shivas. Like, his health pool really isn't what you would expect.
Miracle is planning another trap. This time in a place where no Sentry Ward in his right mind will be planted, but no one came out to fight it. Thought that no one would have actually, like literally, come to push the lane. But it didn't happen, so TP back out again, regroup up, watch that Roshan timer, as well, it's now. He literally spawned. Naga Illusion scattered out instantly, so does the Hawk, so great information from both sides. Let's see what both teams can do with it.
And there's a third one as well. Refresher Shard for either side. There's an incredible pickup here.
They're grouping up. Need that Observer Ward. The gem didn't go far enough to the right. They didn't actually see it. So information for Virtus Pro also still on that high ground. Mind Control, he's barely out of range. That Gem of True Sight, not the same as normal vision. So this Observe Ward's watching him fight now. Mind Control's like, oh wait, they know. Okay. But the vision is at least gone before the Rochelle fight would begin. And this place is now littered with TA traps.
Yep.
Hello, Lincolns.
I'd like to see TA move to put a couple traps down bottom just to cut that wave. Then be able to set up for Roche. Right now, they're not playing it. And while they do have the supers down there, it's pretty easy for no one to just cover it every once in a while because of those bots.
Double Lincolns purchased.
Yep.
So we got one over on Ramses, and they're actually doubling it onto Ramses. So no one gave it. Obviously, realizing that Ramses can be the man to jump in on the lines.
It's super effective here. If they BKB, it'll get rid of the net. Like, there's no longer a net threat when you're BKB, and the TA can't initiate by himself with the Hex anymore because he has no ability to cancel the Lincolns either. It's almost all in the Visage, but as we've seen time and time again, he seems to be the squishiest hero on Liquid. And if he gets stunned by Roger, he just dies in a Jug Omni Slash, so he can't really move up far enough to get a Soul Assumption up to proc that Lincolns. It's just not what you're looking to. You want Miracle to be able to play as that aggressor, but now he can't.
Team Liquid are just waiting for this fight in mid. They know the bottom wave is going to push him pretty heavily. So they'll have their opportunities to slip into Roshan. That's a decent creep wave. There's someone from VP, the second they show themselves, you know Miracle goes inside the pit. In fact, already, they're going in. And this is a commitment from Virtus Pro. They'll lose tier 4 towers if they commit towards this fight, but I don't think they have another choice. So already, all regeneration up. Song of the Siren, and GH jumps forward. He's got 4 heroes trapped inside of this. And make it actually 5. The Ice Path grabbing the Beast Mask from the end of Nightmare in the back. Hitting a 3-man wall. Roger as the end, and it's amazing to get a little bit of revenge kill onto GA. Don't have the control for it. TA rolled up Ramses. He's got the space. He'll burn the Aegis to the Immortal, but Omnislash has already been committed. So is his BKC. So Team Liquid, they'll keep the run going. Ramses into a spin. Solo kept the Beast Grip on the Templar Assassin. Miracles had no time to attack. Even Roger's going to go center out of that attack. The pump and the cheese get them and keep them in this fight, but Ramsey, the damage is just so damn high. They'll finally get through it. The EMP burn is good, but Solo is down. Invoker as well as SK, the last two left standing. Refresher Shard was grabbed up by the courier. SK was nearby. I don't think she realized that was still left inside the pit. But this is going to be a very hard defense from VP.
No buyback on the Juggernaut. Great play from VH there. Isolates the entire VP lineup as his team finishes Roach. Objective-based gaming. Now you go straight for the tier 4s.
Yep. No Aegis Immortal, however, on Mirror. Keep this in mind. Refresher Shard was given to the Visage. So he'll have another set of birds if he wants. His BKBs have cooldown in 10 seconds time. They get through the birds. The Tubman's holding the shot for the moment. He still wants that BKB charge to work with. Miracle will start to him without that damage from Ramsey's. Convertus Pro actually hold this line. The creep wave's coming nicely through the bottom. Solo's looking for the target, but Tubman burns the BKB already. Remember, he's got the shards. He wants to have the extra burst, and that's exactly what he does. Shard, then burn. Tier 4 tower's gone. Fire strike forward. They're trying to get that meteorite to hit the target, but it just doesn't work. A quick move away. Roger trying to get out of it, and he can't do it. Buyback. They'll just have to be committed. The Familiars are still up and fighting. They don't have their stuns for the moment. Now they move forward. They do have them. They're attacking in towards the fountain. Team Liquid. They want to end this. 15 seconds till Rand. It's up. Do they have enough time? The Nightmare stops in the TH from attacking. GH goes after no one. The no one has Lincoln been protected. Fire Strike Epicenter is back in again. But the Ancient is ticking down. 200 and 0 HP. Handling Burst Pro at the end there. And VP, it felt like they were walking uphill most of the way anyway.
Oh man, that Glyph had 13 seconds left on cooldown.